and welcome back to our channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tiffany, and today I'm continuing on with my Meatloaf Monday recipes. You guessed it. Here's another fun meatloaf recipe. Now, I have been doing this recipe for many years. I will admit I haven't done it in the last several, so it was nice to finally get back and doing this one. It was one I discovered back when my children, my older children, were little. And I hope you all enjoy it as well. So I'm going to leave a little mystery to this one. So why don't we just hop into the kitchen and I'll show you how it's done. So as you guys can see, I have all the ingredients I'm going to need to make this very simple meatloaf recipe. All of these ingredients came from the food bank. So I'm very grateful for all of the help that we get from them. This is going to be an amazing meatloaf, I think, in the end. I've been doing this one for a couple of years now, and I just happened to get all of the ingredients I needed from the food bank, so I found that like to be fate. So, as you can see, I have them all set out in front of me. I've got my a little under a pound of meat sitting right there. Then I've got my 2 eggs already taken out of the shell. I've got my box of stovetop stuffing, which is amazing. I'm going to have fun with that. You see, I've got a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Now, something that doesn't, when I first found this recipe, I made it my own, as I usually do. This one, I'm going to add a little bit of extra cheese that I had shredded up. So, I'm going to add that to the recipe. And then I have this teriyaki sauce that we're going to use as kind of a glaze on the top of it. So, that's going to be put off to the side until we're done. So, that being said, we're going to get into everything. So, here's the bowl. Please forgive me, I forgot my scissors so I can cut open the meat. Leave it to me, right? Also gotta take off the jewelry and roll up the sleeves so you don't get them messy. Alright, so cut into our meat like so. And get it in there like so. And I'll put that off to the side so I can get rid of it later. Alright, so there we are. So we're going to open our stovetop stuffing. So there is our stovetop stuffing. So just kind of, I'm going to need the scissors here. Hang on a second. Alright, so there's my stovetop stuffing, everybody. You can see inside of it. We're just going to dump that in like that. Alright. So, getting it all started here. Break apart the meat a little bit. And then, of course, you got to add your eggs for your binding. Get it all in there. Reach for your ketchup and get your ketchup in there too. There we go. And then we're going to add our cheese to it. So, alright, there you go. Now, as I've stated before in my first meatloaf video, don't be afraid to get in there and get dirty. So just kind of squish it around and mix it together. Get it all nice and mixed and all that lovely stuff. Now, the one thing I didn't mention and forgot to grab, I just realized, is because we're using stovetop stuffing, we're going to want about a 1/2 cup of water. So just give me a second while I go grab some water. So there you go, everybody. There's my 1/2 cup of water. We're going to pour that in there too. All right. There we go. Now we come back and we continue to mix until it's nice and incorporated. Yes, it feels very, very slimy and everything like that, but this is part of the fun of getting down and dirty and cooking, is the getting dirty part. And I guess, yeah, you could wear gloves if you wanted to. but I don't see a point. You can always wash your hands. And then you're not wasting disposable gloves, you know? Oops. It got away from me, everybody. Sorry. Alright. So there you guys have it. We're all mixed up. Let me just get the remains off my hand here. Alright, so we're all mixed up and ready to go. Like last time, I made sure to prepare my pan in advance. Makes it a lot easier when you're trying to do this. So you're going to want to try and get it all up in one shot. Like that. Oh, only a little bit got left behind. And some of the cheese, so let's get all the yummy goodness out of the bowl. Alright, and then we're just going to kind of press it down like that. So it kind of forms a loaf in the pan. Not too badly. There we go. Alright, so we want it as flat and evenly dispersed as we can get it. So, there we go. Now, there we go. Okay, so now, with the magic of YouTube, we are going to turn my hands from this to this. Isn't YouTube magic amazing? All nice and clean. So now, what we're going to do is pick up a piece of cheese that fell onto the counter. And we're going to spread on our little teriyaki glaze on the top. So I've already preheated my oven to 350. So it's going to cook in the oven at 350 for about 45 to 50 minutes. So just kind of. Now for the glaze, you can use anything you want. The recipe at the time when I found it called for more ketchup on top. Or you could use barbecue sauce or chili sauce or really any sauce that you would like. So I'm just adding a little bit to it now, and then in a little bit when I check on it, I'll add a little bit more just to get a nice little glaze on the top of it. So just kind of spread it out like that. Alright. And there you guys go. It is ready to go in the oven. So now I'm going to stick it in the oven and I'll be back with you guys when it's time to put it on the plate. So there you have it, everybody. There's this week's Meatloaf Monday recipe. Doesn't it look great? You can see the stovetop stuffing, and trust me, it tastes amazing. We also had a request for homemade shells and cheese, so I made my homemade shells and cheese. Keep an eye open. I'll be posting a video on that at some point. And then, of course, Alex decided he wanted some carrot sticks, so we did carrot sticks for our vegetable tonight. But there you guys go. Doesn't that look yummy? So what do y'all think? Didn't that look great? I know, right? Very, very yummy, very, very simple, and very, very easy. I mean, who can go wrong with stovetop stuffing, right? And cheese. And meat. Oh my. It's a great take on a classic, isn't it? And in a pinch, if you don't have breadcrumbs, this works. We hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, think about maybe giving us a thumbs up. It really does help. And maybe leave a comment down below if you try this recipe and let me know how it turned out for you guys, or if you've done it in the past yourselves and any tweaks that you might do to this recipe just to make it your own. And if you haven't yet, come join our family. We're a lot of fun. We get up to a lot of chaos and cooking and recipes. And as the weather gets nicer out, we're going to be doing a lot more outdoors as well. And of course, our gardening and just all things family. So if that's the kind of content you like, come join our family. We welcome everybody with open arms and open hearts. But I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to go get some of this put away. So I will see everybody in the next one. Bye, everybody.